Welcome to Activity Lab 12-3. This lab can be done for bonus points. Just bring in all your paperwork and show it to Mrs. Wickens. This activity lab is a practice that you can do, and you can earn some bonus points by completing it. You can complete it and actually check it when you're finished. So what I would like for you to do at this time is pause the video and complete questions numbers 1, 2, and 3. Here's the tree diagram that you could have drawn for this particular set of data. For question number 1, it says how many different t-shirts can you print? You could actually print 24 different t-shirts. You could use a counting principle to solve this also. You have 4 shirt sizes times 3 shirt colors times 2 inks. 4 times 3 times 2 is 24. And when you look at your tree diagram, you have 24 possibilities. Now question 2 says, are all the possible combinations practical choices, or should you eliminate some of the combinations? Really, a black shirt with black ink is not going to be very practical. The ink won't show up. So are all the possible combinations practical? The answer to that would be no, because you should eliminate black ink on a black shirt. So if I were going to eliminate those, I would have to cross out all of my black ink on black shirts, which would mean that I would be crossing out 4 shirts. So how many of the different combinations will you actually print to sell for your fundraiser? You're actually going to be printing on 20 different combinations. You can pause the video at this point to make sure that you have all of these answers recorded correctly. Now we're going to use the same set of information to answer questions 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, pause your video to answer these questions at this time. Now that you have your questions finished, check your work. For number 4, it says each t-shirt costs $5 to make and sells for $12.50. If you want to raise at least $900 for your club, how many t-shirts should you print? Well, we're going to have to do a little math here. We're going to have to take $12.50 and we're going to have to subtract the $5 that it costs to make the shirt. So we make a profit of $7.50 on each shirt. Now if we take $7.50 that we make on each shirt times the number of shirts that we plan to sell, we will be making $900 profit. So if we solve for S, that's going to tell us how many shirts we have to make, or how many shirts we have to sell to make $900. To solve this, you would have to divide both sides by $7.50. When we do the math, we find out that we have to sell 120 shirts to break even. Or to make $900. Now for number 5, it says to raise the $900, you're going to print an equal number of each practical combination of the 20 shirts you print. How many will be medium black and have white ink? Well, we had 20 combinations, and if we're printing 120 shirts, then 1/20th of 120 would be how many are medium black and have white ink. So we would be taking 1/20th out of 120. And so we would have to solve for X to figure out how many shirts are that we would print that are medium black and white ink. And so when we do the cross multiplying, we end up with 20x equals 120. We divide both sides by 100 or by 20, in which case we find out that we need to have 6 shirts that are medium black and have white ink. Now, if we want to figure out how many red t-shirts that we're going to print, we're going to do something very similar to this. If you're not done copying any of this work down, I have to erase it to go on, so please pause the video at this time. So for number 6, we're trying to figure out how many red t-shirts we will print. So again, if we're talking about we had 20 combinations, and we know that we have a total of 8 shirts that are red, because we had 8 shirts. We had the 4 sizes that are red with black ink, and we had the 4 sizes that are red with white ink. So that's 8 out of the 20. Again, we're trying to solve this for 120 shirts that we're going to make. When we cross multiply this, we end up getting 960 equals 20x. And again, we have to divide by 20 to solve for x. And we end up getting, we figure out that we need a total of 48 red shirts. So you'd be creating 48 red shirts. Now for the last question, it says that you take a survey and discover that the most popular colors are red and black. So you decide not to print the gray t-shirts. How many different combinations will you print? So at this point, you're going to be out of the 20, you're going to eliminate all of your gray choices. So if you eliminate all of your gray choices, you will discover that you have 12 possible choices. Please bring in these notes to class that you've taken over the activity lab, because you will receive bonus points in class. I hope you enjoyed doing these, and I'll see you in class on Monday.